Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to FPL of the day. I am Jay London, and we have got so much to discuss. All right, so the double game week has been announced for game week 26. It's so much bigger than we thought it was going to be. Plus, we've got a double game week in 25, which is a lot smaller. And then we've got game week 24 that we haven't even thought about yet. So in this video, we're going to be tackling the ultimate double game week guide. There's so much to go through. Like literally, guys, I've got notes this time. Yeah, there's just so much to happen. Before we dive in, I just want to say a massive thank you. We are almost at 300 subscribers. So before you go any further, please do subscribe. This still is a brand new YouTube channel. Give it a little like, and let's just go straight for it because there's so much to go through. The ultimate double game week guide for game weeks 24, 25, and 26. Let's go. Right, so as I say, loads to go through. We need to look at the fixtures, the double game week fixtures for 25 and 26. We need to talk about the bench boost versus triple captain argument. Mohamed Salah just needs to be discussed like in his own identity because there's so much discussion about him. And what I've realized is he is the person who is causing so much of the headaches at the moment. So yeah, we need to talk about him. We need to have a quick look at game week 24 and beyond. And then I'm going to give you some advice to hopefully help you decide what to do with your chip strategies and how to tackle the game weeks coming ahead for 25 and 26. So first and foremost, we've had the announcement. Double game week 26 has been confirmed. Shout out to FPL Updates and Tips who's provided us with this nice little graphic. We'll have a look through the teams and I'll talk about some of the players just really briefly before we start delving in and having a look further and beyond. Right, so Arsenal obviously nice fixtures there against Brentford. Wolves have got a good defence, so I'm not going to be too strong up on trying to get in too many Arsenal players there, but yeah, players like Saka, Martinelli, maybe even Tini or White, there could be some clean sheets there as well, or even if you've already got Ramsdale, that's a nice one to hang on to. Burnley's obviously got a new striker there. Brighton's got a good defence, and yeah, until we've seen how Burnley can actually perform, Cornet's obviously there as well, which a lot of people might be looking at. But yeah, those fixtures are semi-okay. And then you've got Crystal Palace who's playing Chelsea and Watford. Watford's a good fixture, but just bear in mind that Conor Gallagher cannot play against Chelsea. So if you are looking at double game week players there, Gallagher's not really going to be an option. Leeds is probably the toughest of all the double game week fixtures there. Man United and Liverpool. So Rafinha, I've already got him in my team, but looking at those two fixtures, I'm not sure how much he can do. Obviously, he's going to be the best option. He's on penalties. Bamford might be back, so I don't know if he's going to take those away from him. But even so, those fixtures against Man United and Liverpool aren't that great. And then, yeah, the one that everyone's talking about, let's not pretend that this doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. Liverpool against Norwich and Leeds. Automatically, everyone is seeing the triple captain chip just go bling. Mohamed Salah against Norwich and Leeds. There couldn't be two better fixtures to be using your triple captain hit, but we will talk about that a little bit later on because I'm leaning towards a bench boost. Tottenham have got a really difficult fixture against Man City. Burnley, a little bit easier. If you want to stick with Dennis and King, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace is there. Dennis and King have to go, right? Especially Dennis. And then Wolves, probably the team that people are going to be looking at least alongside Burnley. I mean, yeah, they've got a good defence, so maybe they can manage to keep some clean sheets against Leicester and Arsenal. But those are the double game week 26 fixtures confirmed. Let's not forget that Man United do have a double game week in 25, so do Brighton, which are probably going to be overlooked now, especially the Brighton one. With that in mind, let's have a look at the man who is causing all the problems and debate at the moment, Mohamed Salah. So I've realised, yeah, if Mohamed Salah wasn't actually an option, things would be a lot easier right now. We'd all be going into double game week 26 and 25. We'd have like Bruno, we'd have Ronaldo. We'd be loading up on those teams that we've just spoken about. And we wouldn't care about Mohamed Salah. We wouldn't even be thinking about the triple captain as much, yeah? But because Salah is going to be back, we've got a lot of problems because we do want to triple captain him in game week 26. I've had a look at Liverpool's fixture run, and they are a lot of games in quick succession. So have a look at this, yeah. They're going to be playing Cardiff City on the 6th of February. Then they've got Leicester on the 10th, Burnley on the 13th, Champions League on the 16th, Norwich on the 19th, and then Leeds on the 23rd. So there's not a lot of rest in between those games. So this is why I'm kind of leaning towards a bench boost over the triple captain with Mo Salah. The other thing is, I was having a lot of conversations on Twitter, and big up to FPL Crispy, who pretty much just read my mind. If you do captain Salah, you're only going to miss out on a third of the points of those that have triple captained him. And if you have bench boost, and hopefully those 5 players that are going to be getting additional points will outscore what Salah has made up, if that makes sense. Have a read of this tweet and then hopefully that will make sense. So I am kind of leaning more towards the bench boost. But back to Salah, obviously he's going to be back from AFCON very, very shortly, straight into that Leicester game. So I'm not quite sure how much rotation is going to be there. So my immediate thought is, if you are 100% sure and you are confident that Salah is going to be playing both of those games in game week 26, then of course you triple captain him. But if you're a little bit worried like me and you feel like, there could be a little bit of rest because look at these games, then maybe the bench boost option is a good shout. So keeping all of that in mind, Ben Crellin has actually managed to put this together for us. Big shout out to Ben. I think this is the first time that I've actually mentioned him on the channel, but yeah, we all know who Ben is. He provides the spreadsheets and he's the person that we go to on Twitter as soon as we want to know if there's going to be a double game week announced, right? So this is a nice, easy and plain way to have a look at all the fixtures for the teams that we have just spoken about. So Man United have obviously got Burnley in 24, then the double and then Leeds. The rest of the teams like Crystal Palace, Wolves, Leeds, you can see them all there. I want to draw your attention to Arsenal at the bottom of this chart, who do blank in 25, and we're pretty sure that they're going to be blanking in 27 as well. So bear that in mind. If you are thinking about bringing in loads of players, loads of Arsenal players for game week 26, you're going to be pretty stuffed because 25 they're going to be blanking. You might benefit from those players in 26, but then they're going to be straight out again in 27. So how many of those players do you really want to load up on in that double game week for 26? So these, again, this is another thing to keep in mind when thinking about your chip strategy, which is what we will go on to next, because a big debate that everybody's talking about as soon as those fixtures released was bench boost versus triple captain. This is the argument, this is the debate, and it's gonna be one that goes on, I think, until we actually reach game week 26, because there's a lot of pros and cons. So think about it this way. Like I said earlier on in the video, loads of people are going to be doing triple captain on Salah. If you use your bench boost, and I think that gives you a little bit of an advantage because we know that everybody's going to be triple captain Salah, you can always still captain Salah, which means you're only missing out on a third of the points. Therefore, the players that you have used your bench boost on, you're hoping to outscore that third of points that Salah has received. The problem with the bench boost, of course, is how do you get to that squad? Are you going to be taking hits? Are you going to be using your wild card? Do you have enough players in there already where you can actually just make a couple of transfers before game week 25, 26 and have a strong enough team to bench boost in 26? See, these are the things that we're considering, because if not, and you don't want to use your wild card, you don't want to use your bench boost, you don't want to burn 2 chips, then maybe the triple captain option is the best option, because what you're doing there is you're just using your transfers as you would as normal, and then you triple captain Salah. Happy days, you don't need to worry about anything, no sleepless nights. You're not watching those games against Norwich and Leeds and sweating bucket loads when everybody is triple captained the guy. And then you manage to also save your wild card and your bench boost for later on in the season. Maybe for game week 27 when those blanks are, there's going to be a big blank in like around game 33 as well. So yeah, it's going to be really, really worthwhile hanging on to those chips going further on into the season. So if you want to avoid the headache, then I would say the triple captain is probably just the easiest and most straightforward option and answer, okay? But if, like me, you like to challenge yourself a little bit, then it's time to get planning. Because for me, if I bring up my team here now, this is currently what it's looking like, which doesn't look too exciting yet. We've got 2 free transfers left. I've got quite a bit of money left in the bank. Ideally, what I'd want to do is go straight up to a Bruno Fernandes for game week 25 and then swap him straight out for Salah for 26. Regardless, Salah's going to be in my team for game week 26. That goes without saying, right? But the question is, how many hits will it take me to get to a bench boost squad that I'm really, really happy with? These are all the things to consider. As I say, if you fancy a little bit of a headache and you don't mind planning and using like live FPL to see what your team's going to look like in game week 26 and 27, then that's fair enough. I would go with the bench boost option. But if you want an easy life and you're afraid that Salah is going to absolutely destroy you and you're confident that he's going to be playing 90 minutes in both of those games, or that he's even going to come off the bench and score a hat-trick, he's done it in the past before, then triple captain is the way forward. I hope that answers that question and helps to ease a little bit more tension for that debate, because the FPL community is just going crazy at the moment on Twitter. So hopefully that helps. All right, shout out to everybody that did ask questions on Twitter while we're talking about that. Big up to my boy FPL Arrows, who wants to know who my captain choice is going to be for game week 24. At the moment, it is sitting on Kevin De Bruyne. A nice fixture against Brentford there. FPL veteran has asked about Salah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Mohamed Salah is the person that's causing us all the problems. If he wasn't in the game, we wouldn't be having any of these issues at the moment. But yeah, for game week 24, I personally don't feel like he will start that game. I might be wrong, but I feel like he's definitely going to feature. He's definitely going to come off the bench. And we've seen it before where Mo Salah's come off the bench and managed to score like a hat-trick. So whether he's starting or not, I would be afraid. And I do want him in my team. So the question is, for my personal team, do I take out someone like De Bruyne and then put in Salah? Or do I wait until game week 25, 26, see how things are going, and then put in Salah? There's so much stuff to consider. And then there was that big question from FPL Crispy, which has led to the bench boost versus triple captain argument, which we covered quite heavily earlier on in the video. So shout out to you three. And also a big thank you to everybody who is actually getting involved on Twitter. We have managed to reach 500 followers. So big shout out to you. Please do follow us on FPL of the day if you are a fan of these videos and you do enjoy the conversation. There's going to be plenty more to talk about within the FPL community. And yeah, this is going to be an argument and debate that's going to be going on right up until the deadline. I'm 100% sure of it. So there we go. I'm going to leave it there. That's the ultimate double game week guide. We've discussed Salah in there, the bench boost versus triple captain. We've covered the game week 25 and 26 fixtures. We've thought about using the bench boost, the wild card. Obviously, there's a free hit option in there as well, which we didn't mention, but that goes without saying. If you feel like maybe 26, that's a really good opportunity for you to use your free hit there, then so be it. The question that you need to ask yourself is, how afraid are you of Mohamed Salah, of playing those games, those double fixtures? Is he going to be playing 90 minutes in both of them? If you are afraid of him, then yeah, triple captain is the way forward. If you're not afraid of him, then the other question that you need to ask yourself is, can you get to a bench boost team by using just transfers? And if you can't get to a bench boost team by using just transfers, do you want to be using your wild card and your bench boost in 2 game weeks in a row? That's not something that I personally want to do. There's so much to think about. I'm actually going to put together a bench boost team. We'll maybe put together a free hit team as well. And we will continue this discussion and debate at FPL of the day and down in the comments below. So let me know your thoughts. How are you feeling at the moment? Are you going to be going for triple captain, bench boost, free hit, neither? You tell me. I think you need to be doing one of them at least for game week 26, right? It's a huge double. So yeah, leave a little like. Let me know what you're doing down in the comments below. And as always, if you have enjoyed the content, please do subscribe. We are so close to 300 subscribers. Once you've done that, leave a little like. Try and get some sleep. Try not to stress out too much. And I'll see you on the next one, all right?